And then, and listen back, supposed to be, but interesting question. I appreciate the ask. In a fucking whoa. Somebody wanted to have, well, when? Somebody wants to. It. Define. In a whoa. Interesting question. Somebody's curious. In a fucking whoa. In a whoa. Somebody you've paced on. Listen back. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Interesting question. Somebody's curious why this would be on video. Interesting, do you believe? Right? I want to call somebody spoke about. Whoa. It's not about, it's more about whoa. Right? Just the continuum, yes, the continuum. The fact that there's still me in here, I'm still talking. Anyway, I got on this video to talk about my experience of getting fired. Me, of all people. If only you saw the way I put myself forward at work. But anyway, I got myself fired, of all things. I managed 11 years with the company. 11 years with the company. I managed the Grand Bay closure. No, I wasn't spectacular at it. But the big shit that needed done was done in proper form. I didn't have the personality and you started play. As soon as, and why were you in my head in the first place? Why were you in my head in the first place? To get you're referring to. And then you continue to do what? Somebody's speaking about, based on. Yes, I've spoken. Yes, I do believe that unions, human rights, the ombudsman, and ANBL all need to go. Anyway, why do I feel like ending again? I guess that was the whole, to talk about the whole thing, not the 11 years directly. Right? Because that's where I was at. That's what it's going to talk about. Oh, you didn't want the details. Listen back. And when? How many like this? Which one was this? As if trying to call based on. Shh. Oh, no. Whoa. E. And whoa. Couple different. In a fucking whoa. Somebody on the other. How many like what asked to get? How many like that? What are they trying to call based on? Listen back is a great way to put it. Somebody wanted two of his whoa, even after. Whoa. Somebody was curious based on whoa. In a fucking whoa, somebody spoke. Always get to somebody wants to have spoken about. Supposed to, based on. Well, we. Who's we? Who's we? Well, we. Well, to get. Somebody wants to have. It. Somebody wants to. Somebody wanted to have. So why? Who else? How many like that? Which one would this have? Whoa, somebody's. In a fucking whoa, somebody's. In a fucking whoa, somebody's. In a whoa, somebody's. Somebody's curious, pals. It's Somebody wanted to have Palskin as if to, and it could as, but in a fucking animal, whoa. In a fucking somebody spoke. Somebody spoke when? In a fucking whoa. And that's how it gets seen. Holy fuck. In a fucking animal, it's gonna know. In a whoa. It's here the mic in the more in a whoa. Somebody spoke when? In a fucking in a wars and again a whoa. Somebody's called. And it couldn't whoa. In a fucking whoa. In it, look it in the mirror. In a whoa. Somebody's in it couldn't whoa. Oh no, but she no. In a I don't even know if I get to turn it yet. Hang on. Good. Oh no. Oh, am I taking? I don't even know what I'm doing. Perhaps I might take a couple of pictures. I don't know. It almost kind of looks like a camera after I got looking at it, and it wasn't going to do anything about flipping this shit around. So I wasn't going to flip it around. Well, when Pelska. Anything, whoa, somebody spoke about. So when you have had an easy life, Pelska, you were no trouble. You were no trouble. You were no eruption to opinion. You were a good kid, right? You got it easy. You're a good kid, right? June fought. Later. Whose decision was this? Somebody spoke based on. Yeah, somebody's. Earlier stuff, perhaps it sounded. Ain't a fucking whoa. She said perhaps, so that they called it. On video. Interesting. Oh, interesting. What's going on there? I knew my fucking in the wall. Somebody spoke about because in a fucking whoa. Somebody spoke about. Oh fucking shit. She called it spoke it. Somebody wanted to have. Oh, so shut up, okay. I know no more whoa.